I'm reading from my novel, And God Said Billy. Beside the reading I've done this year, what helped most was our once-a-week walk up over the ridge and all the stories you and the other monks have told me, like this one you told me when we were tracking those lion prints. You said, over 1,000 years ago, there was a monk who lived in a monastic community in the desert, much like ours. He wanted to find holiness, and so he prayed for years and years to his guardian angel. He asked his angel to show him which of the hermits and monks in his desert was of pure heart. He wanted to find a perfect spiritual father confessor who had achieved theosis, or divinization as we call it. This is the process of becoming free of hamartia, which means missing the mark, and of being united with God. But since only God sees the heart, this monk knew that outward signs of holiness might actually cover up inner filth. At last, after many years of prayer and ascetic struggle, he was answered, and in a dream he flew hand in hand with his angel over the mountain where he and the other brothers lived in caves. The angel and the monk flew over all the hundreds of great teachers and ascetics and monks striving in that place, and the angel did not stop. They passed over the boundary of the community altogether and flew over a town nearby to the garbage dump. Then the angel pointed to a woman scavenging on the dump for food. They followed her home to a hovel full of ragged children. The angel said to the monk, "She is the only true holy person hereabouts. Confess to her with assurance of receiving perfect wisdom." The monk was horrified and said, "But she's a pagan, a whore, and worst of all, a woman. How could she be holy or wise?" The angel replied, "You asked to be shown a holy person. She is a perfect child of God." The monk woke up and was sad and confused. He knew that there were only two possibilities to interpret his dream. First, that everything he thought he knew was wrong, or second, that he was right about what was needful for salvation, but that the angel was wrong. Either way, he felt that everything he'd counted on had just been torn from him. I like that story, Father, and I like that after the ocean fog melts away each morning, the thing I feel most deeply is the bright, clean sunlight piercing the absolute silence. You once said energy preceded matter, and love preceded energy. Maybe you're right. Silence and bright, clear light didn't seem like a very big deal to me once. They do now. God no longer talks to me. Molly no longer talks to me. I'm still scared of him, though. You can tell I am, Father, because I'm still using a capital letter H for him instead of just writing him like you told me to, lowercase. I might not believe anymore, but I can still feel God's wrath hanging over me. Anyway, the silence in my head and the desert is a relief.